Here's our next part of the clip here. What's next to me is the Maquoketa River in its smaller form. The water right now is rather clear as it is, just because there's not as much runoff happening as it is still in the winter, essentially, even though it is around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. But around me, you can see a variety of different oaks and hickories, along with some conifers in the background that still have the green foliage. But it was this very stream right here that helped form what is known as the backbone, which I will show you shortly. Alrighty, here it is, the Devil's Backbone, which, by the way, shares a namesake in several different states throughout this country. There's even one in Colorado that I went to back in August. Here is a picture that I took from that place. So, going back in 1918, Dr. Louis Pammel, who was soon to be the first president for the Iowa Board of Conservation, he knew that this was a special place and that it deserved protection. And essentially it took a couple of years before this place became the first designated state park in Iowa. But what you're looking at is a ridge made up of dolomite, which is a form of limestone that is rich in magnesium. And it also gives the rock a bit of its gray appearance. Now, even though this ridge is still prominent at this park, day by day, even right now, it is slowly but surely eroding, and it will eventually become sand. But that is going to take quite a few thousand more years, given too that this rock itself is over 430 million years old. And at one point, this was formed in the ocean, as a matter of fact, because it is a form of limestone. But behind me, you can see the Maquoketa River Valley. Eventually it forms a bit of a horseshoe that goes around the ridge. But it's that one of those very rivers right there that is slowly eroding this very ridge that we speak of. It's just wild to think that this is in Iowa. It's so cool. And you may have noticed there's a lot of eastern red cedar around me. That's a bit of a misnomer, given that true cedar does not have berries. Rather, the eastern red cedar that you see here is more closely related to junipers, which do produce berries. But something to note, though, is that cedar and junipers both fall within the conifer classification. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was truly a pleasure.